Change Your Mindset, a guide with powerful strategies to master your thoughts, win your fears, change your habits, and get success in life. Written by Gavin Dorsey. Narrated by Gary Middleton. Introduction. I had a difficult relationship with my father throughout my teenage years. I was perturbed about the fact that my father pushed me into depression by hurling out consistent criticism and abuse for no reason. I cannot say that I was an angel who was pure of every mistake, but the fact is my father exceeded his limits at points. The results were disastrous for me. I felt low esteem and couldn't concentrate on simple tasks. A time came when I had no confidence left. I wasn't sure whether I could do something about it or not. It was hard for me to finish simple things like fixing a light bulb into its holder and mending the fence that was broken by wild boars. I was disturbed about which turn my life was going to take. I remained in depression and had suicidal thoughts. I had been cursing the circumstances that I thought were responsible for my present condition. I was approaching my teenage years, pushing myself through the eye of a storm. It was a hard time. Instead of ignoring everything around me, I took everything to heart and consequently had to bear the brunt. I failed in everything I tried because my brain just couldn't accept anything positive. I had learned to live and survive in dejection, and that took its toll on my career. I missed out on some of the most magical opportunities in my life. I failed in whatever I started because I lost consistency, perseverance, patience, and, I must admit, the sprightliness of life. By the time I hit 25, I had become a loser. I didn't have a career, any new opportunities, or a clear vision for what I wanted to do with my life. I thought I had made a serious mistake by reacting so passively and submissively to my father's atrocities. I confessed that it was a mistake to take everything to heart. Meanwhile, a friend of mine asked me to be patient and mend my ways to improve the quality of the years I had left. He said that I was never too late to start changing my mindset. Indeed, it was my mindset that was barring me from making progress, learning new things, and succeeding in life. I was only focused on the negative things in my life. Whenever I had to take on a new project, the first thought that popped into my mind was whether or not I would fail. I was a living mess. My negative thoughts found expression through my speech. This was a frightening time because the few friends I was left with decided to leave me, just like everyone else. I decided to change myself. I read lots of books to help influence my mind. I banished negative thoughts out of my mind. I started feeling positive when I filled my heart with the desire to succeed in life. I set up goals and started working hard to achieve them. I must admit, the first few goals were hard to achieve, but gradually I learned to be successful again. It was an uphill struggle against pessimism and negative thoughts. I was able to achieve the success levels that I had never imagined I could achieve before. I reached the conclusion that everything existed in my mind. All my fears, doubts, and negativity existed in my mind and my mind alone. The biggest hurdle in my success was my mind. The source of all these problems was my mindset. Once I changed it, I was able to change the course of my life. What this book has to offer. This book is for all the people who have had a similar episode in their life that I have detailed above. Throughout this book, you will learn different strategies to change your life. You will find out how your brain shapes your personality and influences your thinking. Here is a breakdown of the chapters of the book so that you may have a general overview of the contents of it. The first chapter of the book is the lengthiest because I think that a person's
Sample complete. Ready to continue?